General Hospital spoilers expose that Peter is the killer who will turn to awful, vicious techniques to maintain the family he's been developing with Maxie. I think the majority of us can agree that Maxie is worthy of a far much better guy, and Peter has no business raising their child or Maxie's other kid. It'd truly be for the best at this point if General Hospital chooses to take Peter out. Did Peter forecast his own death through that till death do his part comment? Will Peter suffer a grim fate once his competence lastly gets up? Peter made a threatening remark that his numerous fans enthusiastic about his fatal takedown. We understand that Peter undoubtedly has a competence in the future. However, General Hospital hasn't exposed the information yet. Peter's past will come back to haunt him in a huge way. However, how precisely will Peter pay the cost for his actions? It is apparent that Peter's double wedding with Maxie Jones, Anna Devane, and Hamilton Finn is doomed. Even if Peter makes it to the huge occasion, that doesn't suggest he'll live long enough. Now, let's take a look at what Peter himself needed to see and state what it might imply for the character's bleak future. He made an immediate phone call to summon somebody as soon as Peter was alone in the February 2nd episode. Peter insisted this person what he had needed, and he needed it now. For some reason, Peter needs to appear like a violent threat over something as easy as getting a wedding ring. After the jewelry expert appeared, General Hospital audience members found those rings were certainly what Peter needed now. If the rings did speak to Peter, the jewelry expert showed off the brand new bling and asked, fluently. Peter responded, "They'll stay till death do us part." Generally, the entire death do us part angle would be quite typical for a couple that's set to get married. It's kind of a unique case here because Peter is a bad guy and it felt really troubling when he said it. It was almost like a warning about what is to come. This feels particularly real, given that we know Peter's failure is quickly approaching. Maxie isn't going to pass away, however, Peter could lastly be exterminated after all of his crimes are exposed. There are lots of General Hospital fans who would cheer over a fatal result for Peter. It looks like the writers have put this character into a corner and truly isn't worthy of another chance at redemption. The General Hospital writers currently tried that, however, they easily wound up taking Peter down this exact same dark roadway again.